Imagine spending $500,000, or even $1 million, on a single car, a machine handcrafted over months, built from the finest leather, rare wood, polished aluminum, and engineering that borders on obsession. Now imagine driving that masterpiece straight into a concrete wall. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Yet that's exactly what happens to thousands of new cars every year. Toyota, BMW, Mercedes. Even Bugatti prototypes are tested during development. But here's something strange. Have you ever seen a Rolls-Royce Phantom or Ghost smashed into a wall in an official public crash test? Probably not. Which raises a fascinating question. Does Rolls-Royce avoid crash testing? Or is there a secret that almost nobody knows? Today, we're uncovering the truth behind one of the biggest mysteries in the automotive world. The internet loves mysteries, and one question keeps appearing over and over again. Why doesn't Rolls-Royce crash test its cars? Some people believe the company is hiding poor safety. Others assume ultra-luxury cars are somehow exempt from safety regulations, and some even think a Rolls-Royce is simply too expensive to destroy. It's a convincing story, but it's also wrong. The truth is much more interesting. Before any modern Rolls-Royce can legally be sold in major markets, it must comply with strict safety regulations. That means the vehicles undergo extensive engineering validation, computer simulations, and physical crash testing during development to demonstrate compliance with legal safety standards. So if Rolls-Royce does test its cars, why don't we ever see those dramatic crash videos that flood the internet every year? The answer begins with understanding the difference between government regulations and consumer crash ratings, because these are two completely different things. When most people hear the words crash test, they immediately picture dramatic slow-motion footage, cars smashing into barriers, airbags exploding, crash dummies flying forward. But those famous videos usually come from organizations like NHTSA, IIHS, or Euro NCAP, independent programs that publish consumer safety ratings. Here's the important part. These organizations don't test every single vehicle on the market. Testing is incredibly expensive. A single evaluation destroys multiple vehicles, requires sophisticated laboratories, high-speed cameras, crash test dummies packed with sensors, and teams of engineers. Because of those costs, these programs prioritize high-volume models that millions of people buy, rather than every low-volume luxury vehicle. That's why you regularly see crash ratings for cars like the Toyota Corolla or Honda CR-V. But cars such as the Rolls-Royce Phantom, Bentley Flying Spur, or certain exotic supercars often never receive a public consumer rating. Not because they're unsafe, but because they're produced in much smaller numbers and aren't always selected for independent testing. That doesn't mean the manufacturer skips safety. In fact, Rolls-Royce engineers spend years developing a new model, using thousands of virtual simulations and real-world validation before customers ever see the finished car. BMW has also stated that the Phantom's aluminum space frame structure was engineered to meet current crash test requirements, with crumple zones, reinforced side structures, multiple airbags, and advanced electronic stability systems. So the mystery isn't, why doesn't Rolls-Royce crash test its cars? The real mystery is, why doesn't Rolls-Royce show us those tests? And the answer has far more to do with brand image than with safety itself. In the next chapter, we'll explore why the world's most prestigious luxury car brand carefully protects its image, and why you almost never see one of its cars destroyed on camera. To understand why Rolls-Royce doesn't upload dramatic crash test videos, you first have to understand one simple fact. Every single Rolls-Royce sold today is legally required to pass the exact same government safety regulations as any other luxury vehicle. There are no special exemptions, no secret loopholes, no VIP treatment. If a Rolls-Royce failed mandatory safety standards, it simply couldn't be sold. So where did the myth begin? The confusion comes from one important difference. Public crash tests and official crash tests are not the same thing. Most people recognize crash tests from organizations like Euro NCAP or the IIHS. These are the spectacular videos you've probably seen online. Cars slam into concrete barriers, slow-motion footage captures airbags exploding, and millions of people watch to see which vehicle survives. But those videos aren't produced by the manufacturers. They're produced by independent safety organizations. Their goal isn't marketing, it's consumer information. And here's the important part. Not every vehicle is selected for those public demonstrations. Rolls-Royce builds only a tiny number of cars every year, while companies like Toyota or BMW manufacture millions. Rolls-Royce produces only a few thousand handcrafted vehicles annually. Every Phantom, Ghost, Spectre or Cullinan is built almost like a custom project. When production numbers are that small, independent organizations often choose to test vehicles that affect the largest number of buyers. Testing a family SUV that sells hundreds of thousands of units provides more public value than destroying an ultra-luxury sedan owned by only a handful of customers. That doesn't mean the luxury car skipped safety testing. It simply means the public never sees it. And this is where another misconception appears. People assume that because crash test videos aren't available, Rolls-Royce must not perform crash tests at all. In reality, the opposite is true. Before any modern Rolls-Royce reaches a customer, it goes through years of engineering validation. Engineers use advanced computer simulations, virtual crash modeling, component testing, and full-scale physical crash testing during development. Many of those tests happen long before journalists ever see the finished car. By launch day, engineers already know how the structure behaves under dozens of different collision scenarios. Unlike mainstream manufacturers, Rolls-Royce has almost nothing to gain from turning those tests into advertisements. Think about their customers for a moment. Someone spending $500,000, or even $1 million, isn't making the decision because they watched a dramatic crash video on YouTube. They're buying craftsmanship, engineering, prestige, silence, comfort, and trust. For Rolls-Royce, trust has always been worth more than publicity. This philosophy actually goes back more than a century. From the very beginning, the company focused on proving quality through reliability, not spectacle. Its founders believed that if the engineering was truly exceptional, the product would speak for itself. That mindset still shapes the brand today. Instead of showing destroyed cars in promotional campaigns, Rolls-Royce prefers showing handcrafted interiors, precision manufacturing, and thousands of hours of craftsmanship. It's a completely different philosophy from brands competing for mass market attention. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. Because while Rolls-Royce stays remarkably quiet about crash testing, the engineering hidden beneath its elegant bodywork tells a very different story. Modern Rolls-Royce vehicles are built around an incredibly strong aluminum space frame, designed not just for luxury, but also to protect passengers during severe impacts. And the company has access to one of the world's largest automotive engineering resources, thanks to the company that owns it today. That partnership quietly transformed Rolls-Royce safety in ways most people never realize. And once you understand who stands behind the engineering, the mystery surrounding Rolls-Royce crash tests starts making a lot more sense. So, if Rolls-Royce isn't showing crash tests, who actually developed the technology protecting its passengers? The answer leads directly to BMW and reveals why a Rolls-Royce is far more than just a handcrafted luxury car. It's also one of the most thoroughly engineered machines on the road. The internet asked, why doesn't Rolls-Royce crash test its cars? But maybe that was the wrong question all along. The better question is, why did so many people believe they didn't? Sometimes, the story behind a myth is even more interesting than the myth itself. Thanks for watching.